Hello and welcome to edupediaworld.com. We are continuing our chapter Democracy in the Contemporary World. Now we'll see some phases in the expansion of democracy. The beginning of democracy. The story of modern democracy actually began at least 2 centuries ago. Means now we are living in 21st century. The story began in 19th century. And you all must have read chapter in your history book regarding the revolution which happened in France and popularly known as French Revolution of 1789. This popular uprising did not only establish a secure and stable democracy in France, but it was almost the mother of each and every struggle which happened in all over Europe after that. Means people were inspired by French Revolution. This popular uprising throughout the 19th century, the democracy in France was overthrown and again restored several times. Expansion of democracy in Britain. As France, the French Revolution started there in around 1789. However, in Britain, the progress towards democracy started much before the French Revolution, but it was quite slow. Through the 18th and 19th centuries, a series of political events reduced the power of monarchy and feudal lords. The result of that was the right to vote was granted to more and more people. Earlier, it was in the hand of some limited people only. Now, expansion of democracy in the United States of America. Around the same time as the French Revolution, the British colonies in North American continent declared themselves as an independent democratic state in 1776. And coming few years, these colonies came together to form the United States of America, USA. They adopted the Democratic Constitution in 1787, but the right to vote or the right to cast their vote were limited to very few people. Universal adult franchise or universal suffrage. What is this? In the 19th century, struggles for democracy often centered around political equality, freedom, and justice. And one major demand was the right for every adult citizen to vote, to use their voting power, to use the right to elect their representatives, to elect their government. Like many European countries that were becoming democratic, they did not initially allow all their citizens to cast their vote. It was in the hand of limited people. Sometimes it was distributed like the people who were rich, they were given this right. In some countries, women did not have this right to cast their vote. In the United States of America, the blacks were not allowed to cast their vote. They were not allowed to exercise the right to vote until 1965. And those who were struggling for democracy wanted this right to be granted universally to all adult citizens of the country, either men or women, rich or poor, white or black. Means this right should be equally among all the citizens of the country. This should not be distributed on the basis of gender, on the basis of their social status, or on the basis of their skin color. This is what we call universal adult franchise or universal suffrage. When was universal adult franchise granted? Here we can see the list of those countries which granted the universal adult franchise. In 1893, New Zealand, 1917, Russia, 1918, Germany, 1919, Netherlands, 1928, Britain, 1931, Sri Lanka, 1934, Turkey, 1944, France, 1945, Japan, 1950, India, 1951, Argentina, 1952, Greece, 1955, Malaysia, 1962, Australia, 1965, US, 1978, Spain, 1994, South Africa. With this we can understand that the New Zealand was the only country who had given every adult citizen of its country to cast their vote by the 1800. But if we see the map which we seen earlier, we can see that many other countries are marked as democratic countries by the beginning of 20th century. These countries had the democratic government by that time, but it was elected by the limited number of people. Means the people were having this right to cast their vote on the basis of their financial status, on the basis of their gender, on the basis of their skin color. Though they were also called the democratic country, but it was not the definition of democracy. The government was elected by a significant number of people, mostly men, and had granted political freedom in some measures. And early democracy was established in North America, Latin America, and European countries. Thank you.